everyone, I'm Bridget Canning, part owner of Wiz Wireless Limited, with my husband John, one of the 8 down in that wee group there. We are sheep and beef farmers northeast of Masterton in a small community called Tinui, approximately 1 hour from Masterton, in what some call a remote rural community, a bit like Ikitahuna, only smaller. Thanks for this opportunity for sharing a brief outline of some of the things I have done to date. I have always had a project on the go and work around both the family and the farm needs. Like most of you, over the years I've had many support roles within our community, starting at school with helping fellow students understand maths and physics. Then a Girl Guide leader when we farmed in Central Hawke's Bay. And when we came back to Tinui, we managed the farm for my parents, and both our children were born. I joined the Women's Division of Federated Farmers, the predecessor of your Rural Women, and was chosen to go on a mini Kellogg leadership course in 1984, which gave me the confidence to accept many of the new roles I've done over the years. While the children were young, I joined the local play centre and trained to be a national supervisor and a relief centre advisor for Wairarapa. One of the first jobs was a fellow tutor on the big yellow computer bus, which went around all the rural schools in the Wairarapa. It was full of computers and printers, and they were all networked together. This was the first taste of computers for many children and their parents. We ran various courses on using emails and writing letters. Since then, I've looked for various ventures I could do based from home, including a mix of tutoring and support positions and many community executive positions within our region. It was also at this time I started Oakburn Nurseries, a perennial herb and old-fashioned rose nursery. We purchased our first computer in 1984 and helped develop a software program to print out tough lock tags to go on these plants. Our garden was open for many years until the massive floods in the early 1990s, when our home had to be relocated and the nursery closed. After the floods, I became a support person for CRS, Computer Concepts in those days, and ran many training courses over the years. And I often wonder if perhaps some of you have been on some of those courses that I took at that time. Then on the courses, I helped people with their data, including preparing budgets and how to get the most out of their computers and software, which evolved into the next business venture, Canning & Associates. At its height, I had a team of 15 associates working with farming and business clients throughout the Wairarapa. More and more often, I was asked to support clients by phone rather than going to their site, and realised to see what was on their computer would be much easier, so we obtained some internet at the office. We were one of the first businesses in Masterton to get Jetstream, the forerunner to ADSL, VDSL, and of course fibre. But many of our clients were still on dial-up, as we were at home. So I know firsthand what a handicapped slow internet can be. I wanted to work from home, but there were very few broadband options available. Even now, we still aren't covered by the government's most recent rural RBI project. Back in 2005, we decided to do something about it, so we approached the local Wairarapa wireless internet provider as to what was involved in giving us internet at home. The cost to build the infrastructure was so great that we did some more planning and decided to own it ourselves, and with support from the farm, and offer internet to our neighbours. So we rose to the challenge. This proved to be a huge learning curve for us, but one that we've grasped with both hands. 2 years later, we purchased that same local wireless internet provider, and we've expanded our network to provide rural wireless broadband in all areas of the Wairarapa and parts of Taurua. We build the infrastructure and sell we go into areas seen as hard by most of the other internet providers, and that's one of the strategies that we've got, that we're prepared to go into those areas that no one else wants to go into. We build the infrastructure and sell the broadband services over that infrastructure, including up to a 50-50 financial arrangement for those local communities. And we can go into those small pockets of where those rural residents are. We now have a successful business which has won various industry awards recognising these events. I'm sure all of you have first-hand stories of knowing someone who has slow internet, and you wish someone would just sort it for you. Well, there is. Every region in New Zealand has a small terrestrial wireless internet provider like us. So go and find them and talk to them about what you need, and I'm sure they can do something for you. We are continually upgrading the radio equipment on Wiz Wireless to the latest technology, and our subscribers used to get 2 megabits per second, which was a fast rural ADSL. Whereas now it can be up to 30 megabits per second, the same as an entry urban UFB speed. I strongly believe that rural speeds should be the same or better than urban speeds, and we are doing something about that. In the future, we will be able to offer up to 100 megabits per second for everyone. We have sent in a submission to be part of the RBI2 rollout. Imagine how many more rural residences we could connect with a little bit of government help. We're in the business of linking people using broadband. Our approach is to keep broadband low-tech, and we want to link people to business, parents to children, and give power users the ability to develop their own innovative projects. So what is the future for me? I've gone from being full-time at the office, from being 2 days, and the other days are working from home. So my dream is now a reality. I am working from home. Tomorrow I head to Canada to join my daughter and family and hold my new granddaughter, while still being connected to my business and home. Skype is great, but being there will be wonderful. Still working remotely, but having the life choices as well. Thank you to Rural Women, thank you, for recognising the work that John and I have been able to achieve in the Wairarapa, and we look forward to meeting the next challenge, whatever that may be. Thank you.